What's up, everybody? It's Pat here. I just want to take a minute to thank this week's sponsor, Elder Emo Company. Elder Emo Company is an apparel and accessories brand based around the principle that this was never a phase, it's a way of life. For those of you that reminisce of the days when you would tease your hair, or studded belts, or bracelets, or for those of you that still do, Elder Emo Company has got what you need. They do monthly shirt drops with original artwork and are working on new emo themed candles coming to you in October. You can find Elder Emo Company at www.elderemoco.com, or you can get out there, find them at some festivals such as the Hawthorne Heights for Lovers Fest, which they were at this year and are planning to be back next year. So follow them also on their socials so you can keep up to date with what they're doing, where they're going to be at, any sales, new drops. Give them a follow at elderemo.co. And once again, go to www.elderemoco.com to get your new wardrobe today. Thanks so much again to Elder Emo Company for sponsoring today's episode. Now let's get into it. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Where Did All My Friends Go? Podcast about life in the music industry. I'm Patrick Tarnowski. With me is Matt Reed, and today we're doing something a little different. We got some peeps from a different show on our show. Today we got Punky Bruiser, Dylan Willoughby, and the man, the myth, the legend, the Troubadour. Friends.
Hey, how we doing?
Hello. This is going to turn into a really bad It's Always Sunny episode where we all talk over each other for the next.
Let's do it.
Hey, yeah.
That's the way these
all we want.
All should go. Like, it should be completely inaudible.
Pat's favorite thing is when people talk over him.
Sure. It doesn't really bother me too much. I just get louder. I'll just keep talking
That's the key.
And go louder.
Keep elevating it.
This will be our loudest episode. This will be our
loudest episode ever.
Turn the master down.
For all your ASMR listeners out there, we've got a sultry side as well, so don't worry, we're not going to blow out your eardrums either.
We're going to blow out something else.
Ooh.
Your minds.
Ooh. Brace your minds.
With knowledge.
Yeah, that's right. You got to stay educated.
Staying hydrated.
Staying hydrated.
Yeah,
Clearly,
hydrated.
Trumi over there is staying sexy.
Oh yeah, always. He's the sexiest of the bunch. That's
Look at
why we got
he's
him.
He's trailblazing over there.
He's ready for emo prom.
He really is. So thank you for having us. This is awesome. We're excited for this crossover with you. Awesome to be here, Matt and Pat.
Yeah, we're stoked to have you. It's gonna be a good time. So why don't you tell our listeners a little bit about what Punky's mixtape is all about?
So we, in the short form, are a multi-genre music, comedy, art, entertainment show. We work with so many different artists of so many different varieties, and we also, on occasion, bring on pop culture icons, different guests over the years, which are really fun to work with.
Yeah.
We also kind of do things a little bit differently, where we've always leaned towards the comedy side of what we do. Let it be in our promotion or, say, bits that are absolutely real on the show.
Yeah.
So we're in that form where we're a variety show in that sense. And we started in 2020, where it was myself. And then it grew shortly after that first Christmas, where I met Mr. Dylan Willoughby.
The greatest Christmas gift ever.
Best gift ever. To the mixtape, my little sweet baby Dylan. He was all wrapped up in a Blink-182 cover. It was it was amazing. It was best friends at first sight, and he kind of just stayed on the mixtape ever since.
They can't get rid of me now.
And then it was kind of a comparable thing with Troubadour. We interviewed a friend of his, this guy named Tom Supple, who is the lead singer of this band, amazing band, Martyr for Madison. You should definitely check them out.
Oh yeah, they're good band.
Very good. And this we were supposed to interview this Tom lead singer, and we ended up getting this Troubadour character. And well, he kind of just stayed with us since 2022, and now he's a regular staple of the show.
He's the wart that you don't get rid of. You're like, I love this wart. It's on my hand, and I want to keep it forever because it makes me like.
I like it. See, when you were saying Tom, like, and Tom S, like, my brain immediately just like left its body and said Tom Selleck, and I was like, you had Tom Selleck, and that's all I could think about. And my brain, like, this happens to me in conversations to where I'll stop and like I forgot some of the things you said afterwards because all I could think about was my own conversation where you were talking about having Tom Selleck on your show.
And
Pat, that would be amazing.
I mean, Troubadour looks like Tom Selleck too.
Magnum PI over here.
Look at this.
He's
beautiful.
Tom
man.
Selleck, but prettier.
If Tom Selleck had more facial hair, not just the sweet stash.
Actually,
Tom Selleck was actually hot.
I dare to say that I think side by side, age by age, like right photo by photo, I think Troubadour is actually more handsome than Tom Selleck was at that age.
100%. Look
especially
at him.
right now.
Oh, and if you're listening on Spotify right now, you need to hop over to YouTube. Beautiful face.
It's true. It's true.
It's beautiful. You're just a beautiful human being.
What made you guys want to start doing the show? What was kind of the start of it?
So for myself, so like I said, I started solo in 2020. I had myself been in bands for years. I'd worked in promotions. I'd also gone to film school. I loved doing comedy and sketches. I had a radio show in college where I would do little on-air bits, kind of growing up in Boston, you kind of get inspired by like that WAAF radio, growing up with like Opie and Anthony, like Shock Jocks and stuff like that, and Howard Stern and things like that. Not to say that we're like that, but we've been finding our footing over the years, and I think really this year with like the addition of Troubadour, our team feels so like exactly where we want to be. And I think with any show with that, you try to develop it over the years and you try to figure out exactly what you want out of it. But I started it because there was someone that needed something to do during the pandemic, and I'd been working in promotions with a booking company that I was running with a buddy for years. And like so many bands that we knew were just stuck, couldn't do anything. And like I had all this music, talking to friends, I have all this music. I have no idea what to do. I have no idea what to do. And then I just kind of had the idea. I was like, well, what if I put together just like sort of like a music show, like a music variety show? And there are clips on our Twitch channel of like the very first episode, and it's very rough. It's very rough. It was on my laptop. It's my cats are going crazy. But it's like I said, it's developed it over the years. But I've always loved working with bands. It was always a passion of like being able to like anyone that ever got in my car or like came over to my apartment or came over to my room growing up, and I was like, you have to check out this band. You have to check out this band. I've always loved being like, you have to check out this band. It's a passion to be able to like share new music with people. There was a time where growing up, especially with my age, being a little bit older than the boys, as I call them.
Feel that.
Yeah. Where, it wasn't have the internet to back up a band to be like what they sounded like or anything like that. You didn't know. So you just went, maybe you knew one name on the flyer, but that's how it like at the time and say like 2000 discovering like the Dillinger Escape Plan and the Red Chord and Unearth and like Kill Switch Engage, the amazing bands that would like become like staples in the metal and hardcore and rock community, especially in the Northeast, that were just babies back then. And I like, so always loved that excitement of new music.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, as I got older, I wasn't as surprised anymore. So like a personal motivation as I just wanted to find a way find new music, connect with new artists again.
Yeah.
This has been it to answer the question in the long form.
Well, that's good. I mean,
answer.
that's what we're here for, the long form, right? You know, we're not just gonna end this in like 15 minutes, guys. We gotta make content.
We got content.
That's true. It's true, but it's it's been always been a passion to like share new music. Checking out what everybody else is, doing, what they're developing. It's exciting to me. It always has been, and especially seeing it now and how certain bands have evolved over the years. And like, man, and it's, I don't know, it's incredibly satisfying to see some like a band that like, say, like for myself that I played with over the years, I've been seeing them like go on like a really good tour and stuff like that. And, like that's freaking awesome. Like it's the type of things you want to see. It makes you feel good. So to be able to like help promote any artist in any way and help them get any extra footing out there, it's satisfying work what we do every week.
What we're here to do, support the underground.
Right.
The underground. That's the whole reason we do it. I mean, just seeing bands succeed that deserve to succeed, giving a platform for people to be heard where they may not be heard. Doesn't matter how many people hear it. What matters is that someone heard it and they could fall in love with it. And there's been a lot of love connection on the mixtape, bands making friends with other bands, putting shows together with other shows, and just friends in general. It's a great community that we have really established over there, and that's what it's all about right there. Supporting the underground and showing love to everyone around you.
Hell yeah, love it. We're all out here fighting the same fight,
Yeah, exactly. So let's fight it together.
Yeah,
do it together.
Yeah,
there's more
team.
Of us. Yeah. Yes.
So one of the things you actually had brought up just a little bit ago was your like promos and things like that. So you've made, for anyone that hasn't seen and watched the mixtape at all, you've made some very fucking entertaining promos for your show. Probably some of the most entertaining that I've ever seen in a long time, from getting stuck in the internet to Punked Out Wrestling. What drives you to make such elaborate content to promote the show? Like, where does it all come from?
I think it's that drive where I'll be like, we are all musicians, we're all in bands, but we're like, for me, like I went to film school, so like sketch comedy is something that I've always been passionate about. And it's something that I did a bit years ago and wanted to be able to develop that more. I think comedy is a great way to drop your guard down and to laugh, and you kind of shed off like all the weight of the day. And then in that moment, you're like your true self, you're laughing. And so there we can have a real conversation. We can connect in amazing ways and true organic ways. And then we can share amazing music that we're passionate about. And so by using comedy, we feel that it's how we're showing our true selves, and we want to connect with everybody. We want to make people laugh, because we know that there are so many things out there in the world that are heavy right now, but we would like to just bring a smile to people's, face every week. So like to be able to bring that level of entertainment and that just be able to complete creative freedom. And it started with like starting doing stuff with Dylan, and it was like, man,
It's what I wanted my whole life. I always wanted someone to make comedies with, and I grew up in the middle of nowhere. Everyone's afraid to even just hold the camera while I run around like an idiot. So like finding someone else, even though I'm in upstate New York and he's up in Maine, like we are thousands of miles apart, or hundreds of miles. I don't know. It's a lot of numbers. Hundreds. It's hundreds. It's hundreds, not thousands. We're hundreds of miles apart. It's like in Canada. I don't know. But But like just finding someone to like create with was like having a platform to just make the stupidity that stewed in my brain for
Yeah.
years. It's just like, I mean, like I had a stupid bit I wrote in college that I got to bring to life like 8 years later about bread glue. Like literally, like
One
you
of the
ever rip
first
your
things that you
bun?
did
You
for the
ever rip your
mixtape.
bun? Put it back together. It's bread glue. That was a dumb joke I used to make like freshman year of college, and like the mixtape gave me that platform to finally like, here it is. Here's all its stupidity and its finest, and it's felt great. Like
I think like I definitely like gravitate towards that because I'm the same way for past 20 years or something like that. You know, we make stupid videos too. I do the exact same thing. I have that like that brain of creating like Tim and Eric style comedy that's just
Oh,
fucking
heroes.
dumb.
yeah,
You know, it's just dumb.
yes.
And like that's just what I do. And
It is what it is because it is what it is. Yeah.
yeah. And I mean, I love it because it's so dumb. That's
Signed Tim Poster from his No More Bullshit tour. Love it. You nailed it right there.
Yeah, I know. Like that's what I'm saying. Like it's very just like it's so funny because it's just so ridiculous. And like I mean, I remember this one video I made with my band. We talked about, what was it like? I just had this dream and I woke up and I was like, I wrote this like thing down. It just said like, did you get your brats back? And like that turned into like this like thought of like you know, the movie how Stella got her groove back, and it was like, yeah, did you get your brats back? And like, so we made like a fucking video about that, and it was just ridiculous. And yeah, so I don't know, I feel it.
And sometimes you just got to see like those things through, and
Yeah.
we've there are definitely jokes I look back and I was like, I mean, not that I wouldn't take any of them back. I'm like, oh, we could have done that differently, in different ways and stuff. And that's all part of the fun of it, is like doing all these different things, having fun. And I love all the different characters that we get to do on the show.
Yeah.
And with, like I said, with the addition of Troubadour, Tom, it's brought that to like an entirely different level. Whereas like where Dylan, I was like, oh man, this is absolutely perfect. And then when we met Tom, it was in such a fun way where we caught us off guard in a very funny interview that's on our YouTube channel of him just dressed ridiculously and just being himself. And then when we started talking, we realized like one of like the different things we had in common, and like the different comedians that like had like inspired us. And
whitest kids is a huge one for all of us. I know that.
Yeah,
It's good stuff.
And
it was very natural the way it came together.
Mm-hmm.
It was because we had tapped you in for a promo on a character that I had alluded to for years, of yelling to a personal assistant that you never saw named Troubadour. And then eventually we got somebody to play Troubadour that was also named Troubadour, which was super convenient.
It's usually how it goes, It's
yeah. It was like, man, when it came to the casting call on it, was just like, wow, Dylan, look at this. If we just go with this guy, his name's already Troubadour, it's going to make it so easy for him to learn his lines.
Like, we won't have to learn like a fake name. Like, we can
just it's so perfect.
He's lying. He bullied me until I changed it legally.
What? No.
Lying.
You're not supposed to say that.
He always does this. He lies.
Oh my god. You exaggerate though, man. You gotta just.
So with your current bit, the Punked Out Wrestling, are you all big wrestling fans?
Oh god, I'm like the biggest wrestling fan.
Dylan is like numero uno.
I love wrestling.
Like, do you like wrestling or do you like WWE?
I like WWE, but I love professional wrestling. I love professional wrestling as a whole.
Right on.
I love down to the cheesiest, corniest indie shit to the headline of WrestleMania to the headline of All Out. Like love all wrestling. I always complain because like I WWE is what I mainly watch. So like there's so much wrestling to watch. A lot of the other like AEW, Impact, and all of those other shows, New Japan, a lot of the stuff I just kind of watch highlights because like I can't spend 15 hours a week watching wrestling. I'm already spending like 8,
Oh,
like
my buddy BK, he would tell you something completely different.
it's
Like,
so
if you
hard.
could find the time, you could
There's
find the
plenty
time.
of time, and you're wasting a lot of it watching WWE. That's what he'd say.
Oh yeah. I mean, hey, everyone's got their flavors. I love WWE. Acknowledge Roman Reigns, Tribal Chief, baby. You know what up? We're gonna be at WrestleMania this year, so
Oh, yeah?
yeah.
That's the first time it said that publicly. Yeah,
Am I
Dylan and
not
I.
supposed to say that publicly?
No,
I've
it's not
posted
like
it on the internet. So
No, me and Dylan and a group are going to WrestleMania 40 this coming
I'm
year.
just so excited.
Nice.
About
I'm very excited about it. No, I'm
it.
very excited about it.
Isn't that
Uh,
in Minnesota?
it's in Philly.
It's in Philly.
Okay.
Yes.
So
I
I
thought
think
I
Minnesota's
saw
going to be
something about
next
them.
year.
Okay.
Is the rumor for 41? Not announced yet, but that's a big rumor. Minnesota for 41.
Got it.
We'll see.
but
See.
no, I grew up watching wrestling, and as of the recent, Dylan sort of like rekindled my flame on it. I've got a couple of friends that work in the local promotions here in Maine. Shout out Let's Wrestle. Shout out Limitless Wrestling. Awesome local promotions. I think the independent circuit's it's really exciting.
Independence.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, we got some good ones in New York too. Excite Wrestling. What up?
I did some video work like a while back, and I was like, man, these guys go so hard, and there's so much heart and dedication, and they doing it for like not even the biggest crowd, and it's honestly inspiring because they're just working so hard at doing what they're doing, and it's you gotta at least respect the passion and dedication that these people put in, and what they put their bodies through. Like, it's nuts, and it's like I said, it's something else. Being able to do Punked Out Wrestling has honestly been one of the funnest things. It's something we've been sitting on like all season.
Yeah.
We I don't think we've ever been more organized behind the scenes, despite how many technical difficulties our episodes might have, which is a lot.
Our theme song is a technical difficulty song at this point, pretty much.
Nice. I think I still have this logo from like 15 years ago when we were trying to put together like a band wrestling type thing, and we called it like the BCWA. It was the Band Championship Wrestling Alliance.
Yeah, there it is.
Dope.
I like it. I like it.
But that's as far as it went.
I will say that when is this airing?
October 23rd.
October 23rd. Is that the actual date, or is that what was just there?
That was, I don't know. I guess.
Yeah, I think we'd have it announced by then. Yeah. So I won't say what, but we are filming. We've been referencing a final event, a Shred and Slam, if you will, and I'll say that
Shred and Slam.
Yes, the Shred and Slam. The Shred and Slam, and of course the main event there is the Rebel Rumble, where the reigning heavyweight champion Punky Bruiser will defend his title between the two warring factions led by Dynamite Dylan Willoughby and the C4 Syndicate, and Tickle and Troubadour and the Cult of Chaos, and that'll be both teams represented in a Rebel Rumble event. It's going to be a one to never forget. It's gonna be. We have something very special that we're working on filming, and I think it's unlike anything we've ever done for the mixtape yet.
Well, I was gonna say I was looking it up, and you're actually on Monday. So if you need, I can cut that out.
Now, on when?
Like 4 days.
Monday.
Oh, this coming Monday?
Yeah.
That's fine.
Sounds good.
Hey, we didn't tease it.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here first.
Heard it here
But no,
first.
I mean these individuals in Punked Out Wrestling. So the mixtape, We just have a small syndication deal, so we've been able to like do promo for the characters. I mean, and we for our finale, we are actually going to be able to help televise say some actual punked out wrestling. So
Hell yeah.
it's you want to
Very
tune in
exciting.
on that. That's be November 15th.
Ooh. All
November 15th is
Oh, God, is that
our
some-
season finale.
Cemented that now? Oh shit! I didn't think we decided for sure.
All these
Troubadour, are you
things-
scared? I'm
Right.
scared.
All these things are happening right here tonight, folks.
And
Are you
the-
nervous?
I'm busy that day.
the best part is you don't even have to do it again. You can just clip this podcast part right here, and then there's your ad.
There's your
Right
ad.
there. That's the
Yeah,
episode.
finale.
Right there. You heard it there. But yeah, it all the punked out wrestling, it all comes to a head November 15th. Shred and Slam. It's gonna be unlike anything you've ever seen on the mixtape.
That's
Just like
awesome.
everything we
That's
every
Shred
time we do
and
something new.
that's the ad right there. But Shred and Slam. Yes.
Shred
I hate
and
wrestling,
Slam.
but Punky said that I'd get to get all oiled up with the boys and roll around with them. So
You got that good baby oil?
I do.
That Johnson & Johnson?
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Like as in Dwayne Johnson, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dwayne Johnson
And,
and
and,
Johnson.
and while we're still on the topic of wrestling, I just got to say that Punky Bruiser does like the greatest Macho Man Randy Savage impression of all time. I'm putting you on the spot. I'm sorry.
Do it, Punky. Do it
But-
for the
but
camera.
you're the-
yeah.
Do it.
Oh yeah.
It's good.
It gets the grit. It's so good. It gets me excited.
Yeah, you had to put me off, guys.
Slim
So, like when I'm able to do it organically, you know.
I know he does it organically. So much
Punky's
better.
he's being shy.
But it's
I
my
am
turn.
being
It's my
shy.
turn to put him on the spot because he does that shit to me
Fair.
all the time. Yeah, that's right. Tables
It's
have
true.
turned.
Actually, he's actually right. That's like 90% of the show is just like me presenting them with things that I've never told them about. I'm like, here you go.
Oh my god! What?
Dance monkey.
I
React
just think
on
it's
the
really
spot?
funny to see them react to things that they have no idea about. I get an absolute kick on surprising them, or just like telling one of them and not telling the other. That's really fun. It's kind of like being a
Goddamn, This
parent.
did it to me last show. Like the whole bit last show, I had no fucking idea what was going on.
Kind of on that same topic,
that.
you guys, for our listeners, you film your episodes live on Twitch. What was the thought process in doing it that way rather than recording and posting later? Are there any challenges you face by doing it live?
Oh yeah, all the time. So many different things with any like interface that
Poor
we're
guy.
using. I mean, even last night we were late to go streaming because Discord's audio and video was down. And so we used that to bring Dylan and Troubadour in for the show.
Yeah.
Through OBS. So it's kind of just at a general standstill of like, do I go live without them and try to fix it? Where like the show is already pre-built to having like their video feed on like every instance of like
Yeah.
everything you see on the show and like and on every face on every different scene in OBS. Oh my goodness. Troubadour, you can't bring the
Oh,
ferret back
We
out.
told you no pets for the show, Troubadour.
Oh, I was
God,
just
I was
wondering
gonna-
if he was just hugging a kennel or something.
I was gonna show him Eduardo.
Is there a
No.
thing? I'm like, is there a
No one
thing
wants
in
to
there?
s- No one wants
Yeah.
to see Eduardo.
I was
dude.
gonna
Leave
show him Eduardo.
Oh my god.
This
I
is
like-
I want
like
to see.
ferrets.
I want to
This
see.
is
Just
the
the fatty,
ferret
it
that-
won't bite.
We got him for Dylan because Dylan was really depressed last week.
I can't have a ferret. I don't want a ferret. You don't give pets. We said this on the show. I'll say it on this show. You don't give pets as gifts. Pets are not good gifts.
No, they're not.
good. Consensual pet relationships are important. Oh my god. You can't shake. Oh my god. Things making that damn noise again. You don't.
Come on. We said no Eduardo.
Eduardo looks like it's dead.
He looks a little emaciated.
It's Deadwardo in there.
Deadwardo. Yeah.
Deadwardo. That's his
He's
name.
a little
That's his
he's a
name.
little pilled out right now.
Oh my god.
He got into daddy's medicine.
You're blowing it, man. Give me
Got
sweat,
into
man.
daddy's medicine. So he's a little shy, but he's cute.
So was this a bit last week? Did you think that there was something in there and he was just shaking that thing or what?
That's
I
something
think that
that
thing's real.
that happened last night on the show, actually.
Nice.
So it's still pretty fresh.
It's haunting me. I don't want Eduardo, man. That thing's
Well-
smell it from the chat.
Oh yeah, we think of different things that we'll do throughout the episode to kind of heighten it, little fun things just to kind of make it our own throughout. So, and last night it was fucking Eduardo.
Give Dylan a ferret with one eye.
Yeah.
He doesn't.
Dylan's-
He's got two eyes. One's just real goopy and crusty.
That was the perfect question to have your Eduardo show up on too.
Yeah.
Seeing if you had any challenges doing it live and
But and yeah, audio, video, live animals.
Clicking the
Yeah,
wrong
live
video.
animals.
where where I used to live before I moved the old mixtape studios, and it was far more rural, and I used to have big like power outages, especially in the winter and stuff like that. So that was like an issue just with this geographical inconvenience.
I think all
But,
three of us have been kicked off mid-live with outages.
Yeah.
So
That'll happen.
yeah,
we
which is
sometimes
never
we lean
fun.
into it. Well, I think there was one time we were doing live skits. One of my first times actually being live on. It was my first time being live on the show for St. Patty's Day 2021. We did some stupid bits where he kept bringing me on, and one of the times I like froze like in the middle of my sentence. I'm like, and he just ran with it. He's like, "You were so excited, you froze." Like it was like it's a good way. Like we get hurdles, but we take those hurdles and we use them to our leverage to make more jokes, honestly. Especially like when we have a technical difficulty, it cuts to a screen where it's like, the bloopers.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's beautiful. It's
We- we
hilarious.
just-
I think it's great. Like it's
Yeah, we just
leaning with the
own our
curve.
mistakes.
Yeah, it's
Exactly.
the best way to do it because everybody makes mistakes. But
Right.
the best way to deal with it is laugh. Just laugh.
So those little blemishes that really, give what we do character, and there'll always be those little mistakes. And like I wouldn't try to hide them. Is you making that face, Troubadour?
Yeah, I know. I'm
Um,
like, I was sitting there like,
I'm-
anyone
I'm
watching
being
this
like-
is just
I'm
in
always
for a
watching.
treat.
I'm giving like the most earnest answers. And I got
Like-
Troubadour over there with friggin' Deadwardo.
He's
blowing
the
up.
only person that can make me like break heavy. I got a good straight face, but when this guy comes on the
So-
screen, I can't. Sometimes I just see his face, and I'm just like, God damn it, son of a bitch! I don't. It's difficult. There we go.
Yeah. So just sometimes, he's definitely our Trevor Moore.
Yeah.
Like, don't let him fool you as he's sitting there being quiet and handsome. Like he's the ace in the hole that
Mhm.
is Troubadour.
I disagree, but thank you.
He writes all our jokes.
He writes every single.
He
joke.
wrote everything that I'm saying right here, right now.
Yeah,
None
we're
of this
actually
is
we
off of the
actually
cuff.
we have a
None
teleprompter
of it-
running. All of this is
None
planned.
of this is off the cuff.
Right.
Troubadour, aka Tom, is the best human ever. Yeah, dude, this is what
Yeah,
you
that-
can't read your handwriting.
I didn't
This-
write it. Eduardo did.
Oh my God, Eduardo can't write.
He does. He tells me what to write.
Just not when you're looking. You can't
What?
do it when you're looking at him.
Oh my
He says, "Fuck you, Dylan. Shut up."
This is why I feel like the parent on the show, and I'm fine with that.
Ferrets can't
No,
speak.
no,
Ferrets can't speak.
this is a great moment. And speaking of great moments, do you have any like defining moments that you can specifically think back over the years of the mixtape?
I mean, there are definitely like a handful of ones that will like always stand out to me. I mean, one was definitely like just first like connecting with Dylan on that like first Christmas. We make our Xmas episodes, our Xmas specials, always
Oh,
like a big
God.
thing. We always do like a big giveaway, and I feel like one of the best things I got to like season one was like connecting with Dylan. And then I brought him on as like this junior reporter character, and
Reporter, yeah.
and then eventually made him like a full-fledged member of the show, which I thought was very funny. But I mean, obviously, the addition of Tom, I don't want to, to single that out, but I've gotten to work like not only do we promote bands, we also get a chance, especially myself, I've been doing photography and video for bands for years. So getting a chance to be able to connect with bands live, going out and filming them, and connecting with them actually in person and be able to
Yeah.
present, live concert footage and play that on the show. I think that has been huge. I think some of the great moments there have been like working with like Days and Days and the Bridge City Sinners. That was fantastic. I would say same with like our homies and like meeting like Cheer Up Dusty and Pull the Curtain and Promise Game, and like the first time Dylan and I had met in person, and like all of
We
those
kissed
amazing homies. It's true. Um
on video.
but and then same so many amazing bands that gotten to like work with, like even like getting to go out to Detroit, work for like with
Well,
See You Next Tuesday
I don't think we're supposed to talk about that because we signed an NDA, the No Detroit Agreement.
on the mixtape.
So we could talk about
yeah.
Detroit here. Oh, okay,
A
cool.
little bit, yeah.
I
But so we worked with like a lot of amazing bands. I think for me, I've got big one is I got to work with Brian O'Halloran and Jeff Anderson, who were the Clerks from Clerks. We've had Bill Mosley on the show.
Halloween 2021.
Dana Snyder, who's the voice of Master Shake on Aqua Teen Hunger Force. That was massive. Dino Luciano, Master Chef winner. That's a huge one for us.
Yeah.
And Dino and I still text every week since he was on like a year and a half ago.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Very
he's
cool guy.
great human. He sends,
Yes.
we send each other, our food and stuff like that, because by day I am a banquet chef, and then mixtape on everything other part of my life that isn't cooking food. So no, so it's I know there's a million other things that I could probably say along the way, but it's so many amazing bands we've gotten to work with. I
Yeah.
mean, I just got to work with the Black Dahlia Murder, which was phenomenal.
Mhm.
That's sweet.
Which is such a big one for us.
Yeah,
Um
for real. Which I
it's-
mean, that was just a crazy chain of events that just like doing what we do got us into the right place at the right time.
That's
and
what I
then
was
you
gonna
just-
say is
it's-
everything lined up perfect for that. One
it's
thing led
just
to
so
the
crazy.
next.
It was just crazy.
We had to be there to be there to be to the next place to meet someone there to meet Alan from the Black Dahlia murder. So it was cool.
Yeah.
Cool how things work out.
And I spoiled the Sopranos for him, so
He
that's
did.
that's even
Yeah.
cooler. I'm
He
gonna
had
talk
one
about that
job.
To be
forever.
fair, I mean,
That's
Well,
what I
I
said.
show's
I
been
didn't
over
spoil-
for like over a
I
decade.
spoiled
Like
I spoiled a character death though. A character death's a little different than the ending, so I did feel a little bad.
I mean,
But
once again, what you been doing over the last 15 years?
drumming, man, ripping shit apart. For me though, like I think one of like my favorite things that we've gotten out of the mixtape, like some of the things I look back on, I'm always so happy with is some of the specials that Punky and I have like gotten to do together. With our Christmas specials, our Halloween specials. Bringing Troubadour and Tom in with the Halloween specials
Megan.
last year. Bringing Megan.
Shout
in
out
with
Megan
us.
Hosick.
Yep. Yeah, shout out Megan Hosick, killing it in
the
Chicago.
fourth member of which you
Yes.
don't see as
Yes.
much.
Yes.
But she'll be back for Halloween. I'll
She's
say
the
that.
wolf. She's the wolf. We
Yeah.
bring her in when we need her.
Yeah,
Like,
she's
big
yeah,
stuff. Wolf. She's clean up. crew.
absolutely,
Fucking
absolutely. That
hilarious.
she thinks fast, she talks fast. She is so funny. Great comedian,
Mhm.
musician out of Chicago.
Yes. Now
she's-
cat bitch is stuck in my head. Thanks.
Yeah. But yeah, another guest that turned into cast member, and I think that kind of like works. It's like interview of you, and I'm like, oh fuck, we really click really well. Like, do you want to come back and do like some fun stuff with me? Like, yeah,
Do you
like,
wanna
cool.
do you want to be my friend?
I want to like make some stupid little skits.
Do you want to be my friend in real life?
Yeah. Do you want to do an X-Files parody with me?
It's
Cool.
a gold one.
This is how I figured out on how to do it on just a green screen. and
I
that's
mean-
like what we do. I mean, we're all remote. We film.
Yeah.
You can see, part of Troubadour's green screen, Tom's green screen. Like, and then we, edit us together. It's takes some work, but it's
I mean, we even did a Star Wars parody, a full on like. I'm so proud of that. Like,
yeah, I would say the Star Wars parody, the Mixtape Awakens, is
we
quite
filmed a fight scene from hundreds of miles apart.
Hundreds
of
yeah.
miles.
Hundreds. Hundreds.
Yeah. Yeah, choreographing a green screen fight.
I mean, it's like 3 a.m. and I'm in my apartment going. Like, just taking fake punches to the face. Like, all right, yeah, let's go, baby. I messed my hair up. Oh no. Hope you're listening on Spotify. Or wherever
So,
you listen to podcasts.
You know, we've gotten to go to some really cool places and connect with like really amazing people, and help tell their like amazing stories, like who they are, you know, what their music means, and for them to be able to like to connect like that, that's like been some of the most amazing things. And if we
Right.
get to do like our comedy in between, then I think it's win-win for everybody.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Right. We got one more question before we go to a quick break. If you could give our listeners a piece of advice that you know now that you wish you knew when you were starting your journey, what would it be?
And that's a great question. The biggest is don't worry about the numbers, because numbers are never important. What's really important is your true earnest effort and working on your art and your content, whatever it is. When you focus on those numbers and start comparing, that's the worst thing I think you could do. You get inside your head, and you don't want to compare your art to anybody else's, because your journey is entirely different to everybody else's. It's
Totally.
never been about the numbers. Just worry about whatever it is that you want to share with the world. That's your choice to put that art out into the world. So if you're going to do it, just do it for you, have fun, make sure it's making you happy. If it's getting to a point where it's not, then take a break, because trying to keep up with any expectations, those expectations, we put them onto ourselves. And I wish I knew that early on, because I worked myself really hard really early, and I didn't allow a lot of personal time even during the pandemic, because I was just like, I really dug in. It was really a big focus for me, and you gotta find that separation too. If you're getting to a point where you feel like your art isn't fun, then just take a break and then look at it from a different perspective. That's the biggest thing, because we're the ones that put that expectations onto ourselves.
Right.
And I wish I knew that 4 years ago, almost 4 years ago, when I started in on this, because I was like, really just dove deep. When our season number 1, every episode had 2 interviews. That's how heavy it was, which is crazy.
Yeah.
2 full interviews every week.
Wow.
That's how like way ambitious I was, and I realized I had to take a step back.
Yeah, totally.
So
Beautiful. That's beautiful. I think my advice would be to listen to the Where Did All My Friends Go podcast and get that little tip from Punky Bruiser right there. That's what I wish I would have done.
Get all your tips every week, every
That's
Monday,
Beautiful. That's beautiful.
or any day you want to.
Any day, yeah.
Any day. We've got like 100 some episodes to go back and listen to.
It's enough to
Lots
go
of
in.
advice.
Dive in.
But it's
Deep dive.
Troubadour, what do you wish you knew before you started the mixtape that you knew now? I would love to know this.
What was that, Eduardo? Eduardo says to throw up before you go on camera, because the camera adds 10 pounds. And if you want to look skinny and hot, you should throw up before you do any
gotta be a-
videos.
That is terrible advice,
Just
and
the-
we do not condone that at
My
all.
advice is never listen to Troubadour. He will take your social security number. He will abandon you when you need him most. He will try to give you a ferret that you don't want. Don't trust or listen to Troubadour. That's
And
my
to
advice.
be fair and
To be
transparent,
To be
in
fair,
that,
Rich,
Troubadour didn't say that. The dead ferret did.
Oh my!
Yeah.
The ferret doesn't speak.
Thank you.
Don't encourage
Thank
him.
you.
Oh my
I mean,
God.
They're
I
always
heard
ganging
it
up on me
talking
like
into
that.
his ear. So
Yeah.
it's just the ferret from the other side.
Yeah.
I give up.
And with that,
he's
We need
we're
a
gonna
break,
take a
right?
quick break,
Yeah.
and we'll be right back with our next segment.
Hey, Pat here with Unsigned Pop Punk. We're a community dedicated to building up the music scene by shining a spotlight on up-and-coming bands. Now, I know what you must be thinking. These guys must be raking in the cash. cash. Wrong. But you can help us help others by picking up some merch. We found what big business is selling shirts for, and we slashed the prices. We saw what people are charging for sweatshirts, and we windmill kicked those prices in the face. So pick up some merch from us today. You won't be mad you did.
And we're back. Thanks so much for sticking around. Now it's time to get into the ever popular food for thought segment. Yeah, Troubadour is hungry.
He
Yeah.
looks it.
I could see it.
Go to him
Uh,
first. Go to him first. He's ready. He's fired up. I'm curious after his last statement where we're this is gonna stand.
You've got kids to feed there.
Yeah, it's got kids.
He's got kids.
All right. Well, this one, I would assume that all of you will have different answers for this. So if you could only have one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be? So you can pick an appetizer, an entree, and a dessert.
There's no sides.
That's your appetizer.
Oh. Okay. All right. Okay. Talking to a cook, and I was like, well,
I know.
I'm like, all right, I'll play the game. All right, man.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, I guess I didn't think about like if you wanted lasagna and garlic bread. I didn't think about that. I'm
Because it's one of those things like where like you can't, especially like you cannot have lasagna without garlic bread. I mean, it's kind of like
That's fair.
that
That's
hurts. Like,
that's fair. I'll
every
allow
part
it.
of my Italian upbringing.
It's
I'll allow it.
unnatural.
You gotta have the bread with the Sunday sauce.
Yeah.
Like
Of
it's super
course.
important.
Of
We'll
course.
allow
it.
Carbs are allowed.
What do we
You
get
got it.
again? We get an appetizer, an entree,
An
and
entree
a
and
dessert.
a dessert.
Yeah, that's all.
Um,
But that's it forever.
One.
One. That's your
The
breakfast,
final meal.
lunch, and dinner.
I'll get for my appetizer. I'll do TGI Fridays potato skins.
Ooh, there you go. That's good
I
stuff.
I love those things.
No.
For my meal, I think I'll do I'll do a Crunchwrap Supreme,
Ooh, yeah.
and
Dude,
for
there you go.
and for dessert I'll do Deer Tracks ice cream,
Ooh,
All right.
and then I'd be set for life.
you would be. Crunchwrap Supreme, man. That's so good.
That's a quality call.
Because realistically, you could deconstruct it and make it a little bit different too.
That's true. That's
If
true.
you just wanted a crunchy type taco, just take that out. Take the middle part out. You
Tough
could
one to-
create
one
options
to
within your
follow.
option.
That's a tough one to follow. Those are good answers.
Punky is
after
like right
after
now. He's
Troubadour's
got
advice, I
schematics
don't really,
and stuff.
I don't
He's
really
like,
think I should eat anymore
It's-
after the advice.
I am the last person to order at the restaurant because
No,
I'm
I-
still there questioning if I really want the thing that I'm about to order. Because for me, it's like, can I cook this at home? And 9 times I'm like, yeah, I can cook this at home.
Yeah,
Food snob.
He's got choice
I'm not a
paralysis.
food snob. Yeah,
Food
I just
snob.
ate a microwave dinner before the show. I am not a food snob. As like, it's
Monkey-
funny, as a cook, I eat like absolute garbage.
He's got a made up gluten allergy. Ask him about it.
That's not true. Again, Dylan, tell your meal.
I'm the guy that looks at the menu for 10 minutes and then still orders chicken wings every time. So I mean, I would probably have chicken wings as my appetizer. And then I would have more chicken wings as the dinner, because who doesn't like chicken wings with their chicken wings? And as for the dessert, I'm having a big fat bowl of crunch berries.
Ooh, that's a good
Yeah, because that's the best dessert. Cereal.
one. Unconventional, but I like it.
Cereal is
I'll
the best
allow it.
dessert.
I like
Thank
it.
you. Chicken wings and crunch berries for life, baby. That's all I need.
I'm just ready for the dad answer now. Because we've gotten
He's gonna give you like a full.
No, so what it's if I had to pick one final meal where I'd be like absolutely satisfied with this, and you just get there's so many factors I'd have to like to carry in on this, but number one, starting with the app, and I'm right there with Dylan. Wings. Absolutely. Wings. Oh my god. We're huge wing sluts.
Yeah.
Bone.
Especially
like,
when he loses to me
because
in
if
chicken
anybody-
wing contests.
lose, no, you lost.
I didn't lose, he cheated.
Yes, you did. I didn't cheat. No, so wings number one, and anybody that calls chicken tenders wings, that's insane. They're chicken
Well,
tenders.
chicken tenders are chicken tenders.
Yeah,
Chicken
like,
tenders.
oh, boneless wings. There's no
That's
such thing as a
nuggets,
boneless
that's
wing.
just Nuggets,
That's
man.
nonsense. How would
Those
it
are
fly?
nuggets.
How would it fly? Anyways, so yeah, wings. As I get older, like a medium spice. You know, I don't want to go crazy. And blue cheese all day. Blue cheese, no ranch. Ranch is
yeah.
Okay.
gross.
No one dips their wings in.
Are you guys ranch fans or do you like blue cheese?
I'm
We're
down. I can do both.
Minnesota.
It's hotly debated within our crew.
We're hot on that blue cheese.
I mean, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie to you. I will prefer ranch, but
Big chunky blue cheese ranch dippers. All right, let's this interview's over. I didn't realize we're sitting with ranch
We gotta
dippers.
go.
we got. I didn't
We're
know we
out.
had some
Yeah.
ranch dippers.
They like blue cheese and blue waffles. They're gross.
Whoa.
Hey. Oh, I broke the handle. This gun's off the handle. Oh my goodness. Ranch dippers. So for a entree, I would probably go with like a stuffed manicotti with like
Okay.
ricotta cheese. I think
I don't even know what that is.
It's
It's
a
like
big
a
noodle.
lasagna, but not.
It's like a big long noodle.
Lasagna for nerds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then for
bougie
dessert,
lasagna.
I'd go for bougie dessert too. I'd go with tiramisu.
Oh, I knew you were gonna say tiramisu.
That's my favorite.
I know.
It's like a toss up between tiramisu and baklava. Like I love both of them. It's like
I
I'm a
just like to
Greek or
say
Italian.
baklava.
It's fun. Like that whole
It's
region
funner to say than
of
to
the
eat,
world.
for sure.
I've never
just
had
has
either.
some of the best food. You know, between the Mediterranean to Italian food. You know, in even all the way in the the South Pacific. I love Thai food. Like pad Thai is a really hard toss up, but I just cooked like 1,000,000 pounds of rice noodles today, so I'm like, I don't want to say pad Thai. I'm good. So,
It's fair. That's
but
fair.
yeah, that's a
Right.
solid meal. I mean, the wings don't match, but I would always want wings if given a choice.
I mean, come on,
That's
you
fair,
can't
that's
go
fair.
wrong with chicken wings,
Yeah.
man. Like,
Yeah.
I just had some
Wings is
last
good.
Saturday. I played a show at a bowling alley. You know, I got some chicken wings. Like, it's always what you do.
There you go.
Here's our. All right.
Food for thought.
Our second food question. Y'all have talked and decided to make the Punkies mixtape food challenge that you're going to add to the show. What food challenge screams Punkies mixtape?
Well, I think wings.
A chicken wing eating contest.
They did the
Yeah.
wings. They did the wings already.
We did do it. We
Yeah,
did
but
do
I
it.
think
And-
it'd be
and he
like,
cheated. He cheated.
How many? Because I don't want people to choke either. Like it's like how many? I would be curious if this was like a safe, like a no, like in a hypothetical, because I wouldn't want anyone to get hurt. Like to see how many wings you could eat in like say 2 minutes. Like I'd be curious to see how many wings somebody could eat. But I wouldn't want anyone to get hurt because that's a dangerous thing to do, to see how much you could do with something in a short amount of time. That's
Yes.
You
know,
might
very
swallow
risky,
a bone.
as compared to like having like what Dylan and I did, where we had 10 wings and I decimated mine in 2.5 minutes, and he still had 3 left. I had
had
gone through all
2.
10.
Two
He had-
wings left. I
He
had
was
2
still-
wings
and
left.
he still had
I
one
had-
in his mouth.
I had New York wings for one. All right.
I had
You're
Maine
never-
wings, where
you know, little
chickens are
bitty
chickens.
Maine. Maine wings.
He
I'm
had
from
he-
New
he had
York is the home.
New York City.
Buffalo wings. They're from New York. We have the best
Yeah.
wings.
And you know what's crazy?
Little
How
bitty
Wendell's
Maine wings
wings
with a-
like started
New
beating
York.
out like
we have
mass wings.
Buffalo Wild Wings.
Ugh, not buffalo. No, those are fake wings. That's fake wing. No, don't chant that, Troubadour. No, no Buffalo Wild
If
Wings.
you
No.
just wait, when you finally come to Maine, I'll show you how the size of them, and you're like, oh, this is much bigger than the wings that I'm used to.
You
We'll
said
have it.
size doesn't matter, Punky.
Not when it
don't-
comes to wings.
Don't walk back on that.
Yeah, no, we're not
Yeah, I'd
talking
say-
Domino's.
But
wings.
some sort of a wing challenge, I think, would be fun. And it basically would be like like in a contest setting, like they'd have a big plate of wings next to them, and they could, it would be on a scale, and it would weigh like say 10 pounds, and then we'll see who has it at the last bit time, like at the when time runs out, who has the less least weight there.
I like
And I
it.
think
Less,
a wing
least
eating
amount of
contest,
poundage.
the least amount of pound. Thank you.
Yes, the
This
least
is
amount
why
of
we write as a
poundage.
team now.
Yes.
I'm envisioning one giant wing in the center of a mall, and then everyone has to stand kind of like a car and hold on to the wings, and their hands are all saucy.
With their mouth though.
Yeah, and they
you
serve
bite
their
it
mouth
and you can't let go.
You can't let go, and then whoever stays the longest wins the wing.
I don't think I want the wing after everyone bites.
Just all that slobber from your mouth just being open.
You're just like there for hours.
It's a super
drooling.
hot wing.
It'd be like just
Oh,
the
just
buffalo
super
sauce,
nodding-
your nose is
nodding
gonna be
on it.
running. Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be terrible.
I think winning the wing is like a punishment.
I hate that
Losing.
contest.
Winning the wing
Yeah.
is losing.
Yeah, like I'm not winning that.
You're like, wait,
contest.
it's
You can
for
do
the
whatever
weight?
you
No,
want with
I'm
it.
out.
You win
Yeah.
pride, but you lose
How do
all
you
of
even
your
get it out of the mall?
pride.
I don't know.
That's a
How
good
do you get out
question.
of the mall?
You hire helpers.
You get one of those cars that they have parked in the mall, and you pull it
Oh,
out with
that's
the
a
car.
lot. That's a
That's a
lot for a
lot,
big
yeah.
wing that's got
No,
a bunch
you gotta
of
carry it. You
stranger
strap it to your
mouth
back.
over it.
Just strap it on a belt.
wing-
and just
It,
like
wing
walk
it
eating
comes with
contest.
straps like a backpack.
You do have to pay taxes on the wing as well.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god! So the contest is
tax.
in New York.
It's fair.
And I think maybe some sort of human Dunkaroo would be a fun contest.
Oh,
We-
cannibalism.
Now you're talking.
No. Like I'd imagine like some sort of crazy obstacle course, but you gotta you get those like blobs that are in ponds that like somebody jumps on it that sends you launched. So
Yeah.
you get launched on one of those big blobs, and you land into a big thing of funfetti frosting.
Oh, mhm.
Ooh.
And then you run through a vat of graham cracker that's like waist deep. And then you
Ooh.
have to go through an obstacle course as you get pelted with other fun food. And I think that would be an absolute blast as well.
So,
I think the
so,
final
like,
level
Double
should
Dare?
be
yeah,
kind
kind of like Double Dare, but for
slip and slide.
grown-ups.
I was just
Yeah.
gonna say
A
that would be
Capri Sun
great.
slip and slide.
And
Capri Sun.
Dunkaroos, we talk about them a lot. Dunkaroos.
You get
Capri Sun,
Dunkaroos
Capri
in your
Sun.
Junkaroos.
Dunkaroos and Capri
we
Sun.
really
sponsor
just
us.
want that Dunkaroo Capri Sun money. I think they don't understand the market that could open up for them if they just sponsor the mixtape.
We talk about them a lot.
We literally just created a game show based off from their snack.
This guy
and
lives
it took
off
me
of
2
Capri Sun.
seconds.
To
It's
be
true.
fair,
true, actually.
our show does that a lot too. Where, so I feel you. I don't know why people don't, just give us money.
Yeah.
We're saying your name every fucking show. Every week we're saying your name.
Give us money.
Give me that.
And they
juicy
go
money.
so well together. I mean, what's better than hanging out with your pals, listening to new music in the basement,
in your
having some
underwear.
Yeah, however
Sometimes,
you can,
yeah.
even you can just Winnie the Pooh and wear your shirt. That's fine.
Sure.
We don't judge. It's been a
Benefit
long
of
day.
The webcam.
You're listening to new music, and you get a little thirsty. You have a Capri Sun. You need a little snack. You have some Dunkaroos. It kind of matches really well. And if they want to invest, I would say I don't know, like $500,000. I think
it's not even
they'd
that
be
much.
really surprised on what we could do, because what we do with zero is 0 to 100 is quite impressive.
I mean, they got all that Dunkaroos money. It's not like they don't have a little to spare.
Well, it's all inherited. I don't know if you know the story of the Dunkaroo Duchess, but that could be a whole other podcast. But there's a dark history, and I know your secret. So they can just give us the money, and we don't have to mention it on our show.
We won't divulge your secret if you just give us the dollars.
Look,
Dunkaroos.
Dunkaroos, just give them the Buckaroos and move on.
That's
Ooh,
all.
shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
There it is.
All
That's
right. That's it.
Shut the fuck up, Aruz.
Cease and desist to ruse.
Don't be
Cease and
dickaroos,
desist,
Dunkaroos.
Aruz. Never mention us on your show, Aruz. Now you have a no sponsor Baloo's, Aruz.
Oh no.
Oh,
All right, we
That's
got
fine.
one more food for thought question.
Ooh.
Now, you've been given the opportunity to interview your dream guest. But the catch is you have to make to get them on the show, you have to make your most famous dish. Who is your guest and what are you serving?
you're gonna have to start with the boys first on me before me.
Well, I figured
Yes.
you'd have to be
Let
last. you know,
Troubadour set the tone.
This is very much a Peter Parker situation. Like, oh man, with great power comes great responsibility. Like, who would I invite and what would I cook for them?
Serving Eduardo.
Troubadour.
Hard, very hard.
I can go first because I do
You
have
go.
an answer if you want. All right.
Yes.
Oh God. Is that what I want to say?
I had
Yeah,
my
screw
answer.
It. Screw it. I'm sitting down with Mark Hoppus, and I'm making my specialty with the thing that I make the best. I make a mean bowl of Captain Crunch, baby. We're having crunch berries. We're sitting down, having crunch berries, talking about Blink-182, Plus 44, all the great things that Mark Hoppus has done in his life. Pop punk dad, and sit down and have a bowl of cereal. That's
What's
what we're
that?
doing. He'd be
What's
impressed.
the creatures? Was it
Simple Creatures.
Simple
Yeah.
Creatures?
Yeah. I love Mark Hoppus. I always will. That's my guy. One of the reasons I play bass.
There you go. You got that pink bass?
I do not. No, the only
No
bass
signature?
the only bass I have is the bass that I've had since I was 12 years old, and it's this beat up Ibanez with snakeskin coating on it, but it's covered in stickers. So it actually has a Mark Hoppus sticker on it though. But
Nice.
that's my baby. I've had it for 18 years now. So
I think when I was 18, I did have like a signature Seafoam Green Tom DeLonge
Oh.
Strat.
ooh, they just re-released a bunch of the Tom DeLonge strats too. It's pretty crazy.
Pretty good
that's a-
times.
That's a beautiful guitar.
Yeah. What else we got? Who other guests and foods?
Do you have one yet, Punky?
I do. Do you have
Go ahead.
yours?
No, you go ahead.
Okay. It's gonna. If I could have anybody to dinner to interview, I would have Kevin Smith. I would invite Kevin Smith over, just me and him for dinner, and he'd come early, and we'd hang out, and we'd go through my garden, and we'd pick out some fresh tomatoes and peppers, and then we'd go into the kitchen and then start my Sunday sauce, much like my grandma and my mom taught me how to make, and I'd start making a nice classic marinara sauce, and I would make him just a classic, delicious, just simple, the best marinara sauce he'd ever have, over some linguine, probably a little mix of beef and pork together in the sauce with peppers, tomatoes, onions, and make some homemade garlic bread. Simple, just a nice classic,
Simple,
delicious
elegant.
Italian meal, rustic, charming, and
It's
fresh
fucking
basil,
beautiful.
fresh spices, and I'd share that moment, and I'd sit there and talk, and we'd make food together,
I'll tell you, I think Kevin Smith, that's a crying moment for him.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen Kevin Smith cry a lot. He loves to cry.
Take a bite.
I think he'd fucking cry with you. I think he'd cry with you.
I definitely have a cry with Kevin. That's for sure.
That's
I've
beautiful.
definitely have. If those are not going to spoil, if you haven't seen Clerks 3, my goodness, it's absolutely beautiful.
Oh yeah,
it's
holy
I
shit.
need
stunning.
to. I need to.
It's stunning. I'm not going to say I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but
It's
it's
stunning,
absolutely it's beautiful. And seeing that, I mean, he was a big reason why I wanted to go to film school. and just like learn more about it and connect with people like that. There's only a handful of people that I grew up with that kind of made like my little mini movies with my, even dumb jackass style videos that I made as a kid. All the things that we did when we, but then it kind of like, oh, I still, like loved working with, the camera and stuff. So Kevin was a huge influence. We, Mallrats, Clerks. So getting a chance to have Brian and Jeff on the show, like mind blowing, like absolutely mind blowing. Like you can't see it, but there's a beautiful autograph. This is, hi Punky, thanks for having us on. Good luck with the show. It's like the first like big sort of thing we have like here for the mixtape, and it's crazy because it was already with like heroes from a movie that like inspired me to start doing this crazy shit in the first place.
Totally.
So, Kevin Smith and making a classic marinara and meat sauce for him, and if I got the time and I don't fuck it up, because making homemade pasta is hard. It's simple, but you can fuck it up. It might dry out too much by talking to Kevin. I might get nervous. I don't know, but I can get the sauce just right.
Are you nervous?
I might get nervous with Kevin there. I might have mom spaghetti instead of making my own.
Uh-oh.
I might want to have my mom help me.
Oh, I thought you
have her make it in advance. Yeah. Yeah, legit mom spaghetti.
Thanks, Mom.
Yeah, like I never understood the other version. I was like, oh, mom spaghetti? That sounds dope. Typical Italian Sunday.
Yep. It's about right.
Troubadour, what you got?
He's gonna have something ridiculous because
It's not. It's a little more serious.
Oh,
that's a setup. I know it sounds like a setup, but it's not. Are you guys familiar with Chris Lilly?
I am not. No.
Really familiar.
We Can Be Heroes, Summer High Tide, Jonah from Tonga, Jamae Private School Girl. He's a really hilarious Australian character actor.
Okay.
And so when he does these like fake mockumentaries and he plays all the characters in them, essentially, kind of like what's that, like Eddie Murphy or something like that.
Sure, yeah.
He'll play like everyone in the show, but he's really hilarious. He doesn't give a lot of interviews, so there's not like a lot out there as far as like his thoughts on things, and it'd be cool to pick his brain a little bit and just see what he was thinking when he came up with some of like his show ideas. And then I think we just have like something simple like SpaghettiOs or something, because
with hot
anything
dogs?
else, we'll do hot dogs and SpaghettiOs, and that way he's he knows what he's getting into.
Separate, like you're having hot dogs and buns on the side, or the hot dogs chopped up and in the SpaghettiOs.
The SpaghettiOs
we'll do them on the side.
Oh no, the SpaghettiOs with Franks, man.
No, I don't like those.
Oh man.
No, we'll do SpaghettiOs with meatballs.
If you get hot dogs and you put the SpaghettiOs on top of the hot
I never
dog.
even thought of that. That's brilliant.
Just so you know, though, when you are making those hot dogs, just in case your bun rips on the bottom, make sure you have a jar of bread glue handy, because
quit pushing bread glue, Dylan.
It's a flavorless paste to enhance your taste.
Take that to the next level. You can add some chili to that SpaghettiOs, and now you can get wild with it.
Oh my god!
now you got a gumbo going.
Yeah, you got yourself a less than $10 poor man gumbo. Now you're living large. You got the $1 pack of hot dogs. You got the SpaghettiOs with the Hormel chili mixed in.
Oh no!
You're sitting chili. There. You're sitting there. You're watching Yellowstone or whatever normal people watch.
I don't know what normal people watch. I only watch Scrubs. That's all I watch all the time.
Breaking Bad.
Oh, I love Breaking Bad.
That definitely.
Get me going. Don't get me going.
Oh man, definitely. We all got our guilty pleasure shows. I love these questions. This is fun.
Yeah,
good.
It's interesting that I'm so used to asking everybody else the questions.
I know. I'm like, I can sit back. I don't have to look at notes or anything. Like, I'm like, oh, cool.
I know. It's this like,
nice. This is nice.
You just get to wing it. I'm winging it all. Like, this is, I don't.
Wing
fucking go for it. I just memorize everything I asked the week before, and I make sure not to ask that same question.
Insert name here. I just take notes and put them on my hand.
Yeah.
All right. So,
yep. All right, but that's it for that. Food for thought. It's out of here. But now it's time for the last segment, rapid fire questions.
Friendships will be tested. Rapid fire questions.
You're just gonna speak from the heart. You're gonna shoot from the hip. Whatever pops in that brain first.
They call me
you
the
go for
Waco
it.
Kid, baby.
Yeah,
I know what's coming.
Dylan the Kid over there.
I actually got stuck in my hoodie pocket, so that was really bad.
Well, you would have been shot then.
Oh,
he
yeah,
gets lost. He gets lost in that thing so much.
They
He
don't
does not
call
want-
him-
He
they
does
don't
not
call
like being
him-
on camera.
This, I gotta just shout out the hoodie real quick because this is like I said this like a couple weeks ago. This is my prized possession right here. I love this, and it was made by the beautiful Tom Supal. So shout out Tom. Shout out Tom. You beautiful.
Also, shout out to this sweet design here, also made by this guy named Tom Supal, who is lead singer and martyr for Madison, who's friends with
Oh.
Troubadour.
he's
he might have
beautiful.
made
He looks
that shirt.
great in a singlet.
Have y'all paid was that the ad space to pay for the free shirts?
Yeah, that was how it is. He's certainly not sitting right here at all playing a character.
No.
His pockets are growing as we're talking about the shirts. So
All right. Are you guys ready?
I'm ready.
Rapid
Yeah,
fire.
are we all answering the same question, or is it gonna go just
You're all
like down
answering the
road?
same question.
Okay.
Mountain Dew or Mellow Yellow?
Mountain Dew.
Water.
Water.
We have to pick one or the other.
That's the game, Punky.
Oh, Mellow Yellow. Fucking Mountain Dew's so gross. I just did not drink a Mountain Dew. I take.
I'm
whatever
changing
else.
mine to Mellow Yellow because Punky chose it.
Okay.
My boy.
There you go. That's true friendship right there.
Pick one, Dylan. It's rapid fire, quick.
Don't drink
One or
soda.
the other.
Mountain Dew.
Doesn't
when I
matter.
drink soda.
Loser.
Gross. 2
we're
to 1.
we're
You
Mellow
lose.
Yellow guys.
You lose.
We're a couple
The
of
game,
we're
right?
a couple
Dylan-
of mellow
Dylan loses
boys.
2 to 1.
A couple of
2 to
mellow
1.
heads. We're just a couple mellow heads.
Yeah. All right. Horror or comedy movies?
Can't be both.
Oh,
My instinct is to go
Can be.
horror.
comedy.
Spooky boy.
What did your heart say, Punky? Horror
I mean,
comedy?
horror comedy, absolutely.
Then speak your heart.
Horror comedy.
There you go.
I mean, have you seen Tucker and Dale versus Evil?
I
Come
have.
on
It's
now.
great.
Shaun of the Dead. Come
Uh,
on.
I mean, the mashup is probably one of the favorite modes. There's so many great movies out there, like Cooties. That's another great one as well.
I mean the original Evil Dead series. You know?
oh, it goes absolutely.
Army
yeah.
of Darkness. Come on. That's
Well, right.
so great.
I mean,
Yeah,
peak.
Uh,
so
That's peak.
Yes.
combo.
All right. Now this one isn't an either or, and it looks like at least I think all three of you are going to have things. But what is the most random item you have within reach right now?
The snow globe that I won in 9th grade or 10th grade. Or no, it was 11th grade chemistry class.
Pick one.
I don't remember. I failed all my science classes. It's
Travis
Santa's-
Barker's
Santa's-
drumstick.
Nice.
Travis
I mean, you already have a dead ferret on your shoulder, so
I'll just go with him.
Barker.
I was looking for something better, but I think Eduardo
would-
might take
And
the
I
cake.
also want to add, for sentimental reasons, this is a picture of my dad's first guitar.
that's
Oh,
cool.
which-
I like
That's
it.
Yeah.
beautiful. Here,
So
wait, one more. I got you. Just to plug the mixtape. Here you go, our Christmas card. There it is.
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Okay, humongous.
See, I was going to say, well, this would be really funny if you like pointed to like the cat condo behind you and be like, I don't even have a cat.
It's a ferret condo now.
That's Eduardo's home. He
Yeah.
doesn't like to climb to the top because he can't see too well out his left eye, but
Mm-hmm.
he gets a little vertigo. Poor guy.
All right. Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon?
Cartoon Network.
Nickelodeon.
So we got
hence what era?
Yeah, I mean, that era is
overall.
important.
Oh,
Overall.
So that's tough.
I'm a
Yeah.
Nick kid.
I was a Nick kid too, but I also
Nick
was a
at
Cartoon
night,
Network
baby.
kid.
But yeah, I mean, I grew up, the orange years. I grew up for all of those, developmental.
Yeah.
But there's
Rugrats.
Actually, yeah, I'm gonna have to
Dog,
go Nickelodeon.
like Rugrats, Cat. I mean,
You know what
okay,
my heart
no, they
is.
got Cat Dog. We're all
They do.
Nickelodeon. We're all
All right,
doing that.
Nickelodeon.
Real Monsters.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to the Nickelodeon Hotel? Kicks ass, baby.
No, my parents didn't love me like that.
No, that's real parental
That's
love
where
there.
that's where like you could tell. Look at how well adjusted he is. He's
That's
got that
deep
good love.
parental love.
He's got a dead ferret on his shoulder, and his parents took him to the fucking Nickelodeon hotel.
Patrick Starr tried getting handsy with my sister, so I had to put him in his place.
Let's just let it be quiet.
Yeah, definitely Nickelodeon. I mean, he had like,
points.
I mean, hey, dude. I remember like I'm to
Dude.
the age, and same with you, like the live action.
Hey,
I mean, and
dude.
then-
Even the Nick
Salute
News
Your
and all of that.
Shorts. You
Salute
gotta
your
think, like,
shorts. But for Pete and
Pete and
Pete,
Pete.
all
and
that
Pete,
all that had a lot of big sketch comedy
All
influence
that,
on
yeah.
me as well.
I-
You know,
I still, as a grown man, every time I visit any ocean, I punch it. You gotta fight the ocean. And it's just classic. I get a quick one in there just to let it know who's boss. And that's all because of Pete and Pete.
And then he starts singing,
Pete and Pete,
ay,
too.
ay, ay, ay.
Bow, bow, bow.
And we to talk about it,
Ay, 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 ay.
it's happening.
Oh, Polaris ripping the theme song there. Shout out to Polaris all those years ago. I don't think they're still a band. I don't even know if they're still alive.
and
I
I
don't want to
listened
wish
to
them
them in
ill, but I
college.
don't know.
Just
So-
don't know. We'll have to find out. If you know, if you are in the band and watching this, just hit us up in the comments below.
let us know you're all right,
Yeah, just
please. Thank
Worried.
you.
Let's-
let
appreciate that.
someone know. You know,
We're
We're worried
worried
about you.
sick.
shoot us a text.
Where's Arnie, the strongest man in the world? Where's that dude at? I know
On
where
the
the Pete's
moon.
are at. They're doing good things. The Pete's are doing good stuff up. Where's Arnie? Where's my bro?
Like, hey
Good
Arnold.
No.
I'm
not
kidding.
Hey
Strongest man in the
Arnold.
world.
I'm
Not Hey
kidding.
Arnold.
Nay,
I
Arnold.
was making a joke.
Dylan, the old people are talking. We're just waiting for.
Yeah, we're reminiscing about the old times. you
I
know?
remember the
Remember
old
when
times.
shows used to be 28 minutes?
I was born in the 90s. I remember.
We were born in the 80s.
Okay.
It's true.
Soon,
All right,
soon you'll
Thin
forget.
crust.
All right, we gotta let him, all right, let's keep this couple questions.
thin crust or regular crust pizza.
Uh,
I like a
thin,
regular.
thin
I
New
like a
York
crunchy
style.
crust. I like a crunchy thin. Like, yeah, I like them.
Yeah, like a thin New
Regular.
York. Yeah. We're talking like 21, 26-inch pie, like a real pie, thin crust.
I want it to go.
New York style, sourdough, all day.
Yeah,
Like,
like those
no
like
no
those party
flop.
pizzas, like Totino's, the real pizzas. Yeah, the New York style.
yeah, those Tostitos style. But you know that tombstone shit?
Ooh,
You know, I'm talking about my
that
boy.
shit puts
I'm
me in the
talking
grave.
about- I'm talking about that madman. I'm talking about that Red Robin.
Ooh.
Red
There
Baron.
you
not
go.
Red
I was
Baron.
gonna say you
excuse
mean
me,
Red Baron.
I know.
Red
Well, I said,
Robin.
well, naturally, the fucking Red
Yum.
Robin theme kicked into me because a freaking product placement. Damn our sponsors.
Give us more sponsors. We'll get to another possible sponsorships after this.
Yeah,
but,
thin crust all day.
Right.
And it's a toss up between New Haven and Brooklyn because they're
Yeah,
both delicious.
Fair.
New Haven.
They're
Mm.
both so good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean,
Mhm.
I think pizza is like life. It's what you make it.
True.
So
It's true. Lindsay Lohan or Tara Reid?
Tara Reid.
Mhm.
She's on Scrubs.
She was.
These guys are so sick of me talking about Scrubs.
I'm trying to just stifle down my rage, my internal rage because we're like in front of company.
It's a great show, man. I'm sure they
It's a
like
good show.
it.
It's a good show.
Dylan, don't talk about it. He's gonna
No.
get upset.
It was really good that last season when they finally got rid of.
Wow.
No.
Wow.
The Scrubs, the ninth season does not exist. The ninth season.
Tara Reid all day over.
Tara
Lindsay
Reid all
Lohan.
day, huh?
I'll go
Yeah.
Lindsay Lohan, and maybe
Yeah.
we can get some
Just to
Freaky
be a
Friday thing
contrarian.
going together.
Yeah.
American Pie.
Just a different.
though.
I mean, different. age thing. Like I didn't grow up
Yeah.
like Lindsay Lohan. You
I'm
know, like-
American Pie,
like-
man. I fell in love with Tara Reid in American
Yeah.
Pie.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
come on.
Josie and the
She was-
Pussycats.
Yes, exactly. Josie. and the
exactly. That was like
Pussycats.
when I was in high school. Like that makes sense.
I was
And-
like 7, and I was like, like,
And
I-
why do I,
really
feel
didn't
funny
understand
inside,
that.
mommy?
If you haven't watched the movie, that Josie and the Pussycats is totally worth a rewatch. It ages better. Like it.
I've been
it's-
watching like 10 years, so
Watch it. I'll
I
tell
just-
you, it's better now than it was when you were younger.
oh boy.
I just want to
100%.
have, I want Troubadour's comment of Freaky Friday with Lindsay Lohan to come true, just for her to wake up in his body and be like, "What the?
What the fuck am I?"
Imagine
Why-
the next Lindsay Lohan movie with Troubadour in her body.
They already made that. Isn't that called The Hot Chick?
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, but
But
Oh,
it'd be Troubadour.
nothing on Snyder, but Troubadour would play it better.
Yeah, he would.
We know it
Yeah,
would.
he would.
I mean, it's.
Yeah,
I mean,
That's
I
a
think about
great
this
movie,
on
though.
like on some of the like that major SNL ensemble cast, like on how they were on their standouts. Some of them just did not. They were meant to be an ensemble, and
Mhm.
nothing on Snyder, but he was really.
I did-
meant to be an
I
ensemble
did see him do
cast.
stand up in April though, and he is hilarious.
I'm
in
sure
stand-up.
live it's
Oh
different,
my
but like in
God.
certain
Yeah.
comedies, it's,
Nope, I
it's an
agree.
entirely different thing. But I've also that's on you have so many producers, handling the end product, so it's so hard. They don't even get like a full say. I don't
One who
think.
doesn't.
I'd love to see Snyder like truly come back and do something really
Yeah.
funny. Same with Dana Carvey. I don't know if y'all have seen
Yes.
that Too Funny to Fail documentary that's on Hulu, but definitely
Nope.
check that out. The Definitely
haven't,
Dana
but
Carvey show.
I
I'm adding
think
it in my list.
his stand-up comedy is incredible.
Top notch. Top notch.
She's chopping, broccoli. Yeah,
I liked him best in Master of Disguise.
that's a
I
great
think-
one.
I
That
think
was
he
a
went
good one.
off in that one. That's where he popped.
Pistachio disguisey.
And for
great.
me, it'll always be, that Wayne's World reference.
Yeah,
and,
and Wayne's
it's
World.
obviously a huge influence on what we do, just in a different way. And I think it's fun why with Twitch and stuff where we get to have that local access feel.
Yeah.
That I grew up like loving. Especially I remember gonna really age myself here. I remember, actual like VH1 channels, like UHF
yeah.
and VH1, like an
Yeah.
actual difference on the broadcast band. Like most people don't even know what that means.
Mhm.
Like, so like it's the things that you would get on some of those, local access channels were some of the most insane. I think that's why I've always been drawn to like Tim and Eric and other alternative comedians like Eric Andre and things like that.
Yeah. Sure.
So
All right. We have 2 rapid fire questions left. Newfound Glory or MXPX?
Newfound Glory.
Newfound Glory. That's just
Newfound
my
Glory.
generation. Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
I
and
mean,
this
and I've seen MXP. It's not been on them live. I've seen them so many times, but yeah, Newfound Glory all day.
sure. And
That was
they're
the
both,
fastest
they're both
opinion we
incredible
came to.
bands, so
Hey,
Agreed.
they're both great. Both great. All right. This last one. Well, we only need one of you to do it, unless all 3 of you can like simultaneously do it. But can one of you sing for us the O'Reilly Auto Parts jingle?
Dylan looks like he wants to go. Go ahead, Dylan.
yeah, it's all him, baby.
O'Reilly Auto Parts. Boom. What up?
You did it. See, they should
There it
be
is.
sponsoring
Yeah.
this
get it.
season because it's
I love
there's like
ads.
38 episodes where we're somebody's singing their fucking music.
Well, second.
Maybe you can get like 15% off an oil
That's a
change or
really
something.
good idea.
Dude,
That's a
that would
really
be
good idea.
fantastic because my oil changes are outrageous.
You got the synthetic cost. No, I got
Yeah,
that synthetic
it's too
cost.
just
Yeah,
too
it's-
much. But that's it. You guys did it. You finished
Yes.
the podcast.
Yes.
Now's your chance.
I never finished.
The Official Podcast. Now's your chance. Let everybody know what you got going on, where they can find you. What's next?
All right. So you can find us on all forms of social media under Punky's Mixtape. Nice and simple. What is next for us? We are getting into our favorite time of the year, and that is our seasonal special episodes. One of the biggest things you can look forward to next is October 25th will be our 4th annual Halloween Spooktacular, where we have a bunch of fun new sketches that we will be sharing with all of you. And yeah, I believe that's the next place that you'll see us of doing anything big other than regular episodes every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern. Twitch.tv/Punky's Mixtape. Live on Twitch.
Live on Twitch. Everybody, make sure you're heading over to Twitch, following Punky's Mixtape, and just showing them all the love in the world, because they're fantastic human beings doing wonderful things for.
And listen to Martyr for Madison.
Yeah, listen to the band.
And Endless Holiday.
No, not
Endless Holiday. Listen to Endless Holiday.
No one. Hey,
I have an album coming eventually.
Nice. You got music coming out?
Eventually. It's slowly but surely. It's coming.
Because currently your last song is from The Wedding Singer, right?
That's
the last one you released.
Somebody Kill Me. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good jam. Go check out Endless Holiday. Listen to Somebody Kill Me.
Martyr for Madison.
Say
goodbye, Eduardo.
Everybody say goodbye to Eduardo.
Bye, Eduardo. Stay with Tom.
All right. The rest of you, hang out with me and Matt. We're going to hop into the Unsigned Pop Punk news, and you're going to hear that right after this jingle. What's up, everybody? Thanks for hanging out, making it this far. We are now in the Unsigned Pop Punk news, and we got a little special guest hanging out with us for the Unsigned Pop Punk news. This is Lewis from Linus. Just came over to the Portside Dives basement loving. I lost it.
Yeah.
Basement loving? I don't think that's what we're going to be doing.
Basement loving?
It's not the plan.
Thanks for spoiling it, Pat. You know,
what'd you think of this episode? What do you think of the mixtapers?
Oh, they were something. They had a lot of information for us, but they were quite amazing people. It's nice to have people. Lewis here, and
Lewis, what did you think? What did you think of the mixtapers?
Dude, absolutely killer stuff. I mean, I would never thought that there was so much stuff that goes into the product they make.
You were absolutely
you are right on, actually.
That was for somebody that wasn't here for the interview, you answered that question perfectly. So yeah, hit us up in the comments. Let us know what you thought about the episode, what you think of the mixtapers, and let's just chat. We'll be friends. Matt, hit him with that gender equality.
I know. I have a second microphone even to say 15% off of our every gender equality shirt is donated to the Trevor Project. And not just shirts. We have sweatshirts. We have crop tops. We have coffee mugs that all say gender equality is dope as fuck. Mm-hmm. And the fuck is censored, so you can wear it at any school you want.
Business meetings.
Wherever. Anything. If you don't know, the Trevor Project's mission is to end suicide among LGBTQ youth. So help us in supporting an amazing cause and help us support it in saving young LGBTQ lives.
Hell yes. And now this next part, we got, Lewis here, so we can even talk about, we've got our Unsigned Pop Punk Fantasy Football League going on, and Lewis's band, Linus, has just taken the number 3 spot. Number 3. That's Lewis, that's a big step up from the last place you came in last year.
That is true. I did one waiver wire transaction, and it seems to have worked out I didn't know that you had to do that. So now that I know, we're top 3.
Unstoppable.
Unstoppable. We got Keep Flying and the Unsigned Pop Punk crew are the only 2 that are still undefeated. But we'll see what week 4 brings. See if Linus can stay in that number 3 spot, or if they jump to number 2 or number 1. Who knows?
And Pat,
yeah,
Linus is number 1 in a different way, though.
They are.
They have the most supportive people buying their custom, one of a kind, exclusive Linus version unsigned Pop Punk Fantasy Football merch.
Yeah, and you can get those on our website. Each band has an exclusive limited edition team shirt. It's got their name on the back and their number. It's awesome. And Linus has some of the best fans out there. They've got there's Linus shirts around the block.
Found them.
Heck yeah.
How do you feel about that?
You know, sometimes I go to the store and the cashier's wearing a Linus shirt, and I don't know what to do about that. Everyone's just buying these shirts, especially the Unsigned Pop Punk Fantasy Football League t-shirts with their name and number 23 on the back. Limited edition. So
he doesn't even know. He still continues to pay full price, but
yeah, I mean, it's just incredible. I mean, the fabric, incredible. The ink, incredible. The fit, immaculate. The design, I mean, stunning. I mean, you'll be absolutely peak fashion, I think, if you're just wearing that. It goes with any fit too. If you style it right, it goes with any fit. You can wear that to a funeral. I mean, it goes with any fit.
Lewis, you are probably the best spokesperson I've ever encountered. Thank you for your insight, and that's the way the news goes, friends. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. Thanks to Punky's Mixtape, the entire crew for hanging out with us today. Matt, thanks for always being my friend. Lewis, thank you for hanging out and being my friend. And thanks to everybody else. We got Gibby, the host with the mostest. So someday he's gonna come back and he's gonna host things again. And Lawrence Crow for always making those super sick designs like the fancy football shirts that everybody can wear. And Ross from Electric Kiwi for all your website needs. Thanks so much to everybody for listening, watching, whatever you do. We love you, and we'll see you on Monday. Bye.
Thank you so much for checking out the show. Please hit that like, subscribe, or follow button so you never miss an episode. And thank you so much to those of you who already are. Check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, or anywhere else you stream your podcasts. If you're in the position to help us grow and like behind the scenes access and exclusive shows, head on over to our Patreon at www.patreon.com/unsignedpoppunk. Let us know in the comments who you'd like to see on the show and what other content you'd like to see. Thank you all so much.